All right, my man, state your name and let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
Hello, Nick. Nick is my boy. I'm on Real Talk with Nick. My name is Kevin Williams. I played in the NBA for 6 years. My first team I played with was George Gervin and the San Antonio Spurs.
How was it with the Spurs?
It was a learning experience.
Yeah?
I learned a lot from Iceman. One thing Ice taught me is that never ever worry about who's on the court, because those motherfuckers got to guard you. And that was a good thing that I always took. Don't take no names. Don't worry about no names, but you take names. That's what you do. You worry about who you the best player on the floor. George Gervin always taught me that, to have that mindset. Always be the best player on the floor.
All right. And to my viewers, I got Kevin Williams back. And we're going to light it up like we did the first interview, man.
That's right.
Ain't nothing changed. And we're going to address some issues, man. Now, I already know, Mr. Williams, you're not a Knicks fan. I already know you got some personal strides when we speak of these Knicks. I know that Charles Oakley is your boy. Spike Lee is your boy.
And let me tell you something. Before you go, Patrick Ewing, even though me and him didn't get along in college, I respect Patrick Ewing. I like his game.
Why you ain't get along with Pat, man?
Well,
no wonder you don't like my Knicks, man.
No, See, there you go. It's not that. Listen, me and Patrick just had a battle, and I had to, we got into a fight in college. That's
fist fight.
Yeah, so that's that. But like I said, I love Patrick Ewing. I respect his game, and it's not his fault that he didn't win a championship. It's the brain trust fault. First of all, you got to put Bernard with Patrick. If you got two good scorers, then you fill everything else around. Y'all had a real solid unit with Bernard. You had Ray Williams. You had a lot of good players that that was around Patrick that would have helped, and y'all would have won. Y'all would have won. But see, like I said, if you're not politically correct, and you don't how should I say it, pea lemonade and shit cupcakes, you can't wear the orange. You can't wear the orange and blue. Or the blue and orange.
Yeah, so tell me this, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir.
How did you feel about that Pat finger roll, man? And being that you previously already had an altercation with Pat, was you rubbing salt in?
That's the role of the game. I would never insult Patrick on that. I still, I lost money, but I wanted him to dunk it. But that was his call, but it didn't go in. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Patrick Ewing should not have had that burden on him like that. He's just one man. You got to have other guys. And y'all put him in that position after he blocked 2 shots. Y'all guys taking bad shots. And then he got to go through the whole team to finger roll it. Yeah, all right. But Patrick Ewing played a hell of a game that game.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so, that's the role of the ball. I'm not going to disrespect Pat. I got respect for him. And I think he should be a coach on the Knicks. I mean, like, y'all.
Now, being that you said that, you think he should be a coach on the Knicks before Mark Jackson?
Nah, I'm going to say this. Mark should be coaching the Knicks.
Mark should be coaching?
Mark Jackson should be coaching the Knicks. If you put Mark Jackson on the Knicks, I guarantee you within 3 years, y'all be a contender. Because Mark's vision and his basketball IQ supersedes all of that stuff y'all talking about, he's a religious man. He's a religious man. He's a minister. And God bless him for that. And if he feels that homosexuality is a sin, then so be it. That's what God said. And Sodom and Gomorrah ain't no damn fairy tale. So don't be knocking somebody because he got morals. Y'all moral up and do what's right. You understand? Just because a bunch of bundle of sticks own some teams don't mean you're supposed to blackball Mark. And that's real talk, man.
And what do you say to those who say that, we don't want Mark Jackson on the Knicks as a coach because he's a Jesus freak?
Y'all going to be losing until y'all wake up and hire that man. That's what I say.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Right, I don't care. Y'all people, like I say, everybody want to judge character. But the true character of a man is when he falls down and faces adversity and gets up and dusts himself up and makes sure that shit don't get on him no more. That's a real man, okay? And y'all ain't even giving Mark Jackson a chance to come back and show you after he done put a team on the precipice and y'all fired him, and then that year they won the championship. That's dirty pool, man. You don't get the man to assemble the chessboard and then don't let him play the chess game. That's what y'all did with Mark Jackson.
Okay.
And that's unfair, man.
Okay. Moving right along, man. I want to name Knicks point guards, man. Who is the best? And don't give me Clyde Frazier. Wolf. We already know
I'm not gonna go.
Besides, that's the obvious.
He's the best Knick guard in reality is Michael Ray Richardson. Now, if he would have,
you gotta back that up, baby.
I ain't gonna say, but
that, why you say Michael Ray
defender? You know, like Michael Ray Richardson was a hell of a point guard. I mean, he would cause steals. He would do things that, you know, he would keep the game exciting. But like I said, you know, people don't have problems. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. No. I want you to speak your mind. Don't hold nothing back. He's a great point guard.
Yeah, you know, like a great point guard, man. You know, like a lot of people, you know, underestimate him or don't give him credit. But give Michael Ray Richardson credit, man. Sugar was real good as a point guard with the Knicks.
Okay. Moving right along, man. When we speak of the Knicks today, right? And our top 5 players, man. We got Mitch.
Yep.
Emmanuel Quickly.
Yep.
RJ. Julius Randle. And Evan Fournier.
Right. Now listen, I love Obi Toppin. And in the last segment, I didn't speak about him. Let me tell you about Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin is a piece y'all can build with. Okay, so I'm going to say that. So we already know where Randle is in this equation right here, right? Do I have to go through this again? I want Obi Toppin, the 4-man, okay? Because he is more better fit to what the Knicks are doing, and he's a rebounder and a better defender than Randle.
You think so?
I know so. And if you give him an opportunity, he got a better shot than Randle. See, if a guy, you give him glimpses, he dropped 33, then 40, that's to show you that's your future. Okay, so now you got this old guy that want to dribble to lose the ball. You got a young team that shoots raggedy shots. You got to get some veterans now. Okay, the Knicks need 2 good veterans. I would say get a power forward veteran and get a center veteran. You know, just to have your centers and your rebounders to make sure that y'all keep the ball in play. In other words, have big men to teach big men how to rebound, defend, and get the ball. Because that's very important to y'all winning. You know, you got to defend, man. And big men are very intricate in that endeavor. So I want you to understand that I want the big men on the Knicks to be more mobile, you know. And like Mitchell Robinson, I want him to work on ball catching coordination.
Do you think we might lose Mitch?
His hands got to improve a little bit.
Do you think we might lose Mitch?
Yeah.
Because he about to come up on that extension.
The Knicks will get rid of a person before they come into fruition, and then they trade them, and then they go to another team, and then they blossom. Case in point, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Talk to me.
I was so mad. You know, like this kid, y'all retarded his development so bad, man, and then y'all trade him, and then he goes to Dallas, and he shines, until he got injured, okay? But that's the player that y'all had.
So if you was the Knicks coach,
right,
you saying you would have never got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Nah, because you got rid of him like in his 2nd or 3rd year. Like I said, it takes 3 to 5 years to develop a player, maybe 6. Y'all guys invest money in players, but then y'all don't want to invest the time with them. You know, it's like people in New York, they listen to the crowd, they listen to the people, and they don't listen to the time and the brain trust and the effort that you got to put in to build a winner. Rome was not built in one day. So you can't build it. You're going to have ups and downs, but you got to stay solid with your core, man. That's how you develop. You're going to lose. But if when the core comes together and the pieces come together, guess what? Y'all going to win. Everybody in New York loves a winner. And like I said, y'all can't trade away your key pieces, man. That's what y'all been doing, man.
So who should we keep, man?
Listen.
Right now, name some players the Knicks.
I'm going to keep basically most of the guys because the only thing that was missing is Randle not focusing on what he was supposed to do, and y'all probably would have made the playoffs. I'm not going to put it all on Randle, you understand, because Randle didn't take up all the shots. What I'm putting it on is that Randle lost his focus in that game because I guess Kevin was getting the better of him. But, you know, hey, man, that happens. But, yo, you've done that too many times. They're giving you so many opportunities for you to shine, and when the real deal comes, you don't show up, man. That's a perfect example of it.
Do you think Julius Randle is an overrated player?
Listen, man, a young man said something on there earlier. Julius Randle was the 3rd option on both of the teams that he was on. And because nobody want to deal with Dolan and his antics, you couldn't get a top a free agent or a top, free agent prospect that was there because nobody wants to deal with the owner.
Right.
And that's a fact, man.
Right. Now, I want to ask you something, brother. Mr. Kevin Wynn.
Yes, sir.
You was talking about Spike Lee.
Yes, sir.
Right? How the Knicks treated Spike. Some Knicks fans is actually mad at Spike because he was seen at a Nets game.
Sitting there. Why people get mad. It's all New York. It's like, I like the Buffalo Bills. How you gonna get mad at me? Because I like the Buffalo Bills. That's New York, man. So how you gonna get mad? Listen, if the Brooklyn Nets win, I'm rooting for the Brooklyn Nets. If the New York Knicks win, even though I don't like but I like the players, I'm gonna root for New York. I'm New York.
All right, but check this out.
The Knicks brain trust. I like the Knicks team. I know what's involved in it. I don't like that.
Okay. Now this is the stipulation when we speak of the Brooklyn Nets, man.
Yes, sir.
A lot of their fans, man, are disappointed Knicks fans, right? And a lot of people, especially in the borough of Brooklyn, roots for the Nets just because they in Brooklyn. Ain't got nothing to do with the goddamn team, man. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100.
Buck with you. You seem to don't like the Nets, man.
No, I don't. I'm gonna tell you why, man. Because they're stepping on the toes. Knicks fans. And for a prime example, man, I consider him a friend. I got a Facebook is a group. Big Fan Breezy. Yeah, I'm calling him out. I don't know if you heard of my man.
Big Fan Breezy?
Big Fan Breezy.
I might have seen his posts.
He's a Net fan.
Yes.
Mr. Kevin Williams, right? And I can't tell people who to root for. But you go on certain players' Facebook profiles and you see them all nickel-tied up. Talking about they Brooklyn Nets fans lovers and shit. Yeah. And this is the shit I can't comprehend. It's a hard pill to swallow. And
let me say this.
Please.
I can say this. Reason why most people are Nets fans, because I'm a Kevin Durant fan. Okay? I'm a Kevin Durant fan. So that's the reason. And Kyrie Irving, I love him. So that's a reason why they like the Brooklyn Nets. And it's hard not to like them. Okay? So just saying that. Now, like I said, I don't need to be harping on this, but if Dolan wouldn't be the asshole that he is, you would have Kyrie and Kevin in the Garden. But like I said, he has broken and did too much bad stuff to black ball players, man. Even though they think that that's not, it's a written rule amongst the players, don't play for the Knicks, man. The Knicks is, if y'all don't sell that team or get rid of Dolan, y'all ain't gonna have no star. Y'all might have to win with the young kids y'all got.
Damn.
Honest with y'all. And I'm being honest with you.
Damn. Now, so let's say we did have Kevin. Because Kevin Durant was heard saying the Knicks is not a cool team to play for.
And I'm giving you the reasons why. Nobody wants to play for Dolan. It's like once Sterling, that guy from the Clippers, got mad because his girl liked Magic Johnson and he was on tape saying that's basically how most owners feel. You understand? You notice something about owners, man. They away from the operations. They don't care about black people in their businesses, man. They just use us like cattle, man. And that's the truth, man. It's just we getting paid more money.
Okay, so let me ask you this, brother. Man. If Kevin Durant was on the Knicks right now,
yep,
think we'd be having a different discussion right now?
I think you would be happy because if Kevin Durant was on the Knicks, guess what? Kyrie Irving would be on the Knicks. They come together. Okay, because Kevin wouldn't have came to Brooklyn if it wasn't for Kyrie. All right, so now if Kyrie, and like I said, you gotta understand what the Knicks and what Dolan is. Dolan is like a Confederate, racist Klansman on a dead horse, and he's trying to ride us into the ground. Okay, and you gotta understand this man is evil, man. And I'm telling you, for you to do what you did to Charles Oakley, man, listen, I don't even want to have nothing to do with the Knicks, man.
Let me ask you something. Speaking of that incident with Dolan and Charles Oakley, do you think Oakley will ever step in Madison Square Garden again?
Knowing Oak, no.
You don't think that's ever going to happen?
Knowing Oak, no. And knowing Oak, no. Oak is angry because of what you did, man. You got to understand, Oak is a very proud, strong man. You don't do that to him. And then on top of that, that's his house. That's like somebody coming to your house and tying your ass up. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Now, how do you feel about Pat, Latrell Speedwell, and all these players that was playing with Oak, who Oakley kind of feels like they turned his back on? I know you know about that.
Oakley, money will do that. Money will do that. But like Oakley told Patrick ass, no, man, you've been coaching there for over 20 years, and them niggas ain't even, they gave you a G League job, man. Come on, man. That's disrespect, man. You know, and let me tell you something, man. Patrick Ewing should be coaching. Charles Oakley should be the assistant or defensive coach. All of these great players that could give their input to those Knicks players should be on their staff, but being that they not company men. In other words, I call them field Negroes. See, field Negroes hated the master. They beat them all day. They fed them a little bit of food. They treated them like shit. So the field Negroes hated the master. See, it's the house Negroes. You know, the ones that love the master.
Are you saying that that's Patrick Ewing is a house?
I'm saying in that instant, yeah, if you turned on Oakley, yeah, your house nigga. Yeah.
Okay, man.
Because that incident, y'all was supposed to stick together because guess what? The next time it could be one of you, motherfucker. Okay? So just think about that. And this man is evil, okay? And I don't care what nobody say. That man Dolan is his friend is the devil. And I'm telling you.
Okay,
right?
Okay. Yeah. Kevin Williams in the building.
I mean it too.
All right.
Yeah.
Kevin Williams. Now we're going to hit a little bit, and we're going to talk about the viewers and the comments that was left in the, because you lit the motherfucker up. Listen, I want to thank you, man, for coming on Real Talk with Nick. Kevin Williams is
man, I love you. Anytime you need me to talk, because they haters. Like I tell people, you can hate. One guy said, yeah, you only average 4.9. I said, yeah. Especially being that I had a retarded coach yo-yoing me in and out of the game. I said, but I won games. You know, you don't even know how many games I came in and hit 5, 6 baskets, and this dumbass coach pulled me out. And then told me in my face, I'm not here to showcase you. You're here just to play defense. So now, I never seen a defensive stat idolized. You understand? Yet, I did some things that they didn't like. You check the videotape, like I tell them.
Okay.
Like how they hate. They show, man, they done a lot of bullshit. They hate me so much in Madison Square Garden. They cut up the Big East Championship game and cut me out of it. That's how evil them motherfuckers is.
Why they do that?
I have no idea. But I know
what did you do, bro? Ain't nobody gonna...
That's probably what I'm doing now, telling the truth. What are you talking about? You know they hate the truth.
Oh, shit. Yo, moving right along, man.
Yeah.
There was some comments when we did the last video.
Yes, sir.
Right? And some people say that you made some great points about the game. But you're kind of out of date. Like, your perspective on the game...
I'm giving you the foundation.
It's outdated.
No, for all you people who think I'm in the past, let me give you an outdate. Let me give you an update. Because I'm Kevin Williams 2.0 on this one.
Oh, shit.
If you want to lay the foundation of any house, you have to dig deep. So I was giving you a summarized version of the foundation of the NBA. Now let me give you the updated version. All it is 3 guards, a small forward, and a center who can run or shoot. The perfect person at that 5 was Kevin Durant because he could grab the rebound and come down. You got Iguodala and you got 3 shooters, Clay, Steph, and now you got Draymond. He even was hitting threes, but they was coordinated in their offense, predicated on them missing. Okay, they force you into bad shots. They come down and hit threes on you. Now they're forcing you to attack them, and they trap you and force you into turnovers and bad, even worse shots. And then before you know it, you're blown out of the game. Because if they come down 3 times and hit 3 fucking threes, and you come down and hit 3 twos, guess what? Your motherfucking ass is down 3 points.
That's facts. That's facts.
So, you know, you can say whatever you want to say.
Right.
It has to be a concerted defensive effort to stop small ball. Now listen, people, because I've been giving you the remedy to stop small ball, but I'm in the past. You pressure Steph Curry into drives. You're going to get hit with picks, but switch the picks. When you get hit, the man hits you, you take the man takes Steph. Once Steph dribble back, he's going to try to set the pick back. Switch it back. but you're going to force Steph to drive.
Right.
Once you do that, that's what LeBron and them did. You see when Steph was going to the basket, LeBron was doing like this. Give me that. And Steph was getting mad, and then they started fighting because he took Steph out his game. And they lost the championship after winning 73 games. So all of that you telling me, I'm in the fucking present and the future, man. Stop talking about the past. If I'm somebody that's in the past, and I'm somebody, excuse me, that's what happens when I start talking.
Go ahead, you good.
I start foaming at the mouth.
Go ahead.
Like a rabid dog.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You good.
But nonetheless, I'm in the present, but I can't throw away my foundation. I can't throw that away. That's who I am.
All right, and speaking of Curry,
yeah.
You know the Knicks passed up on him?
Yeah, the Knicks passed up. Listen, let me tell you something, man, about the Knicks, man. They passed up on my man, Ron Artest. How could you pass up on Ronnie, man? That's my boy. Hey, yo, listen, man, there's so many things.
So let's just talk about that.
And listen, man,
let's picture Ron Artest as a Knick.
Listen to what listen to show you how stupid. I could tell you some stories. They so stupid. They drafted a French guy who never even played. Frederick, whatever this.
Who you talking about?
The dude Vince Carter dunked on. Whenever you see the Olympics, there's this video with Vince Carter literally dunking over this motherfucker, and that's who the Knicks drafted, that nigga. Okay, and he never showed up. So that was a wasted pick, and Ron Artest was available. And that's to show you, man. That's to show you. Because, you know, Ron is not, you know, he doesn't think like a normal person, but that's what most, you know, geniuses and great people are. They're not normal. They don't think like normal people.
They think out the box.
Right. So y'all should have been done grabbed him, but y'all don't grab him. Somebody else grabs him, and he's a star somewhere else. And he's from New York. That's another thing. Y'all just don't like New York people because they don't play the house nigga role for y'all. That's what it is. And we New Yorkers, nigga, we real. We don't play company shit with y'all, man. For real.
Damn.
That's the truth. That's the truth, man.
Damn. Now I want to talk about players we should keep, man. I'm gonna name some names.
Yes, sir.
You tell me ship them or keep them. Okay. Man, you quickly.
You gotta keep them.
Gotta keep them.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because he's developing, and not only that, he's a proven player that can come off the bench and be effective. If you develop that into a point guard, we might have an effective point guard that can start and come off the bench. You got to always prepare for injuries and prepare your bench players to step up into those roles. You know, you can't just say, okay, you got to know people get injured. And I got to have a backup plan for that. And I got to have a backup plan for that.
Okay.
So, you know, you got to be a coach and coach like that. If not, I don't, you know, like the guy said, oh, he shouldn't be coaching. Yeah, and you shouldn't be talking, man. Yeah.
R.J. Barrett.
Keep him.
Keep him. Why?
R.J. Barrett, you keep R.J. Barrett because he's going to be my shooter. He's a great scorer. You understand? And if we could just build around him instead of some other pieces, we might be able to get some pieces, man. Y'all building around the wrong pieces. Y'all can't build around Randle. That's not nobody to build around. He's somebody you add to something you're building around. You don't build around that. And that's the truth, man.
Okay. Evan Fournier.
I would like him to come off the bench to be my shooter, but I'm not starting him. But he got to be my instant offense guy. I want him like Peja Stojakovic. I'm bringing him. I'm setting picks for him. I'm going to get him shooting my threes, you know. And I mean, I could get him. I would set a lot of good plays for Fournier to shoot because if he get a wide open look, he's going to hit that.
But why wouldn't you start him then if he's a good shooter? You know? He's
a liability on defense. He doesn't play good defense. Not the way I want him.
Not the way you want.
No.
Okay.
You know, and like I said.
Obi.
I keep Obi.
You're going to keep Obi?
Oh, man, that's who I'm building around. I'm building around Obi. Okay? And believe me, I liked him when he was at Dayton, and I like him now when he's at the Knicks. And I'm sorry I didn't speak about him. And let me tell you something. I want to say this.
Okay.
About my two guard.
Right.
My two guard would be a young man by the name of Xavier Malone. You don't know him, but I do. And believe me, he would come to New York and be my point guard. And I'm telling you, Xavier Malone would shake this shit up right here in New York. And I don't care. He sat on the bench at Oregon State because he had a retarded coach. But that's what happens when you run into these idiot coaches that destroy great talent. But I'm here to say, Knicks, you better draft Xavier Malone at number 11 if you want to get your point guard thing straightened up. I'm telling you.
So what would he bring?
You ain't got to take my word because you never listen to me anyway.
But what will he bring to the table?
He's a pure shooter, and he's 6'5", 6'6", and he can go right and left, and he's a great passer. You understand? He's an athletic player. He's got the size, and I'm telling you, he is a pure shooter. He shoots just as good as R.J. Barrett, if not better. And I'll put my wallet on it. All right? So
we got some.
So Knicks, do your homework. Look for my boy Xavier Malone. Look for him. I ain't gonna say it no more. I'll rest my case. Now, next question.
Okay. All this talk about Trae Young taking the Knicks out of the playoffs last season, you know, and when Knicks was busting Trae Young and Atlanta Hawks' ass all last season, during the regular season. You get to the postseason, shit falls apart. Who gets the blame for that? Who gets the blame for that?
No. The players. Didn't I explain to you there are 2 seasons? You have the regular season and the playoffs. Let me tell you about the playoffs. The playoffs is no holds barred. Everybody knows what everybody's going to do. It's like going into a 10-round match, and by the second round, everybody knows where he's going to throw the right hand. Okay, everybody knows what everybody's going to do. It's the variations, 2 things, doing things like you said out of the box that wins the game. You understand? Like variations to plays. Don't make that pass dribble over. Act like you're going to pass it to the corner, but pass it to the wing. You have to use deception sometimes because they know that play is going to come through. So you got to use the variations on that play for it to be successful because they know that the play is going to be run that way. And I was always good at keen at seeing that. So not everybody has that.
Would you want Trae Young as a Knick point guard? Because once again, he came to the camp too.
I want Spencer Dinwiddie as my point guard. That boy can shoot. So that, you know.
Spencer Dinwiddie?
Jalen Brunson. We got to go back. Let me tell you something. I want Spencer Dinwiddie as my point guard. But like I said, if y'all can't,
it's defense.
I'm not gonna be able to get Spencer Dinwiddie because he doesn't improve his stock, and I don't see Dallas getting rid of him. But I liked him when he was with the Nets. You know, it's like I see talent, and I like talent, and I'm speaking about talent. And let me tell you something. If you really listen to what I'm saying to you, you would know that motherfucker would be solid because he's solid, man. He plays, man. I like him, man.
Now I'm gonna talk about past plays.
Yeah.
Well, we had Chris Porzingis playing alongside with Melo.
He was injury prone. I really, like with me, I thought Chris Porzingis was the beginning of the big man shooting the ball, but he made them shit, so it wasn't that bad.
I thought Pat was the first big man.
Pat shot baseline fadeaways. That's like I said, Pat is an old school shooter. You never seen Pat come at the top of the key and shoot the ball at the time. Never seen that. You know who I seen do that? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I saw him dribble the ball down, and they thought that was a novelty to see a big man bring the ball down. Remember, Kareem did that,
right?
And then shot it and hit it, and everybody went crazy. But that was not normal. But that was Kareem. So they let that go. But Kareem made his money in the paint, man. Even though he was a skilled big man to shoot. And like I said, don't disrespect the past because those great basketball players in the past could do this easy shit, shooting threes like y'all doing, man.
So this is nothing. This 3-ball game is nothing.
No. It's taking away the guard play. Listen, if I call a play 5 and then take one dribble and fire the ball up,
right?
5, and I'm like damn near the box, and I shoot it up and it goes in, yeah, it's great. But what about when he misses? You know, I seen a game the other day. I think it was the first against Memphis, and Steph didn't hit his regular shots. He was off. He looked it bad, and John Morant destroyed him. I think John had about 42 that game. You understand? And it just showed that when that's not going in, it looks horrible because they lost that game by about 20 points that game. They got their asses cracked that game. I think it was game 2 or game 3, one of them games.
Yeah.
But they got their asses beat because Steph wasn't hitting them shots. And that's what I'm saying. Steph is a great player, but when his shots are not going in, he looks pretty much average. So, you know, like I said, that's it.
If Steph Curry was a Knick, will we have some championships, man?
Let me say this, man. You got to put pieces around Steph, man. It's not just Steph. You got Clay, And you got Andrew Wiggins, man. You got him. You got Looney, you know, doing that. And Draymond's still doing his dirty football shit. But you got solid pieces there. But it's not just Steph. And then that guy, Jordan Poole. When they had Gary Payton Jr., man, listen, they was rough, man. You gotta look at that team, and the bench came and elevated it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was just like, yo, they a team and they having fun, man.
Yeah.
When you watch them play, and then guess what? I love watching small ball. I'm not no hater on that. So listen, let's stop that. Okay, and I'm not in the past, man. I'm just differentiating between a different style of ball and a transition or evolution that some people said that has evolved into this. And it's a mess. This shit is trash, man. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, some people in the comments was like, yo, you been in the NBA?
Oh, and then
you know what you're talking about.
They tried to disrespect my NBA career, man. That's what really made me mad.
Who?
Like, you know, people.
What they say, man?
Like, yo, man, let me tell y'all something, man. I never started a game in college, man. I was going through shit in college. I had to sit 3 fucking years and watch mediocrity. I had to literally threaten Lou Carnesecca to let me play. Okay? And guess who I had to play against? I had to play against Michael Jordan. And guess who won the motherfucking game? You're looking at him. Okay? So, yo, man, don't fucking disrespect what I am and what I've been to this game. You understand? I've done things that motherfuckers don't never give me credit for. Okay. And guess what? I don't want no credit for.
Okay, so you won the game against Mike, right?
In college, I got the MVP. Well, I had to share it, but I won that fucking game.
So are you saying, sir, that you bust Mike's ass?
I said I won the goddamn game, and guess who I fouled out? I fouled Michael ass out. Get the videotape. It's a 1983 Hall of Fame game. Listen, enough about me. Let's talk about the Knicks, man. That shit is already done.
Listen, man, get your shit off, man.
Nah, I'm just saying, because, you know, haters.
Yeah, so you got to get your shit off, man. Listen, man, haters. I get hated on, too. You know what? When I title this video,
let me tell you something, haters.